Those would be the same people too. A lot of those people with their own cups were canvassers. You know what I mean when I say canvassers? The people that stand in the street with the clipboard and the vest, and you walk by and they're like, when you're having a good day, 40 children burst into flames every 12 seconds. Do you know what I like? Do you know what I like about canvassers? Is they're usually standing in front of homeless people. They're like, we gotta help this kid. You're like, what about that guy? He's not on my clipboard. It's crazy to me that people are willing to give money to a canvasser, right? Who don't even want money. You can't even give money to a canvasser. You're like, fine, all right, clothe the kid, here's $20. They're like, no, give me your name and email so I can ask you again for more money down the road. Imagine if you gave your money to a homeless guy and you get an email like 2 weeks later being like, subject line, guy from trash can. Do you have any more quarters? It's so crazy to me that people are willing to give money to canvassers, right? People are willing to give money for canvassers. We don't even know where that money goes. It's a 16-year-old in the street in a vest. Who is it going? They're like, it's going to Africa. Is it? You're making money? How much of this goes to Africa? Nobody wants to give money to a homeless person. Nobody. Everybody's like, I don't want to give my money to a homeless guy because what if he uses it to buy drugs? Is that everybody's big fear? Also, who cares if he buys bricks to beat other homeless people with? As long as the money got to him. Also, that he's gonna buy drugs. There are people in this room who wake up every day and are like, I need drugs. And you have houses. And sometimes it's too much and like, bills again, where's my weed? So if you've lived on the street in a pizza box, wouldn't you want some drugs every once in a while? It's crazy to me, too, because there's only canvassers really to help. There's only canvassers most of the canvassers are only to help kids, you know? And there's also some adults in some pretty messed up situations. Why is there never a canvasser out there that's like, hey, this is Tony, and for 16 cents a day, you can bring his Visa bill way down. I had to quit working at Starbucks, too, because I used to get mad. Because here's the thing, we would give cops free coffee, right? And it used to make me angry. I was like, why are we giving cops free coffee? My manager goes, well, we want to give cops free coffee. So if something happens and we call them, they'll show up. I'm like, do you know what a cop's job is? They're not part of the mafia. They have to come here. That Starbucks never gave me scones. Let them burn. They gotta come. But it would make me mad because we would give cops free coffee, right? And we would kick out homeless people who only wanted free coffee. And we would kick them out by calling the cop that we gave the free coffee to. Like, one of these things does not need to happen. So I would charge cops for coffee, and you want to see somebody get mad. You charge a cop for something they thought they were going to get for free. Because people would come in they'd be like, oh man, I'm the sheriff of this town, and they would ask for it. Some of these guys would be like, I want a venti white mocha. That drink is already $5.80. So I'd bring it in quietly, and they'd be like, can I add some shots? I go, of course you can, man. Just ding, ding, 60 cents. He'd be like, all right. He's like, all right, I'm done. I go, cool, man. $8. This cop would look at me, look at his gun, look back at me. If that's what has to happen here today, man. And then he would take off his belt and put it down because their wallet is not where the dangerous things are. It's underneath the danger. Once he took the belt off, I'm like, now you're not even a cop. You should pay for this at this point in time. And I would try to give homeless people free coffee, and that sounds like an easy thing to do, but it's not. Because some homeless people are just tired and hungry. Other homeless people are absolutely terrifying, and they do not need hot weapons in their hands. I would really have to weigh it out, man. Some people would come in regular, and I'd be like, yeah, just don't tell anybody. There was this one guy who would always come in screaming. He's like, I gotta kill women and kids. I'm like, I can't give this guy a free coffee. So he'd get to the counter and be like, can I get a coffee? And I'd just stand there and be like, we're out of coffee, man. For him to walk away.